Am I the asshole for telling my daughter she is being selfish and that she needs to take an Uber since I am not leaving her older brother's wedding? This has been a built-up issue. My son got married this weekend, and this issue isn't dying, so I am going here. My daughter has very bad anxiety. She is 19 and I will call her Shelly. Shelly used to go to therapy when she was a minor, but stopped when she turned 18. Ever since then, her anxiety has been out of control, and due to this she won't drive anymore. She has a license but refuses to drive. We live in the USA and driving is basically needed, or it's a big inconvenience for the people around her. Also, she is an adult, so it is not like we can force her to drive. This is the issue. My son was getting married, and she was uncomfortable with so many people around at his wedding. She asked me to take her home. I told her no, and that if she having difficulties, wait in the car. She told me it was freezing outside and she needed to leave. I told her no again, turn on the heat in the car, and to wait if she needed to be away from people. She didn't like this answer and told me she would have an attack if she stayed and she needed to go home. I told her to take an Uber, then I am not leaving. She didn't like this, and this was turning into a full argument. Shelly told me I needed to take her home again and I had enough. I told Shelly she is being selfish, that she has many opinions, and I will not deprive her brother, my son, of his parents being at his weddings. If I took her home, I would miss his wedding since it was an hour's drive here. She called me a jerk and left to stay in the car for a bit. She was back about an hour later for the rest of the wedding. She has been pissed since, and her younger brother is copying her. Reddit comment: was there nowhere else inside she could go to be alone? OP response: with no one else in the room, no. The venue was a decent size, but people were everywhere. No corner she could be completely alone, especially with staff racing around. Reddit comment: how far is home? Could you not just take her home and come back to enjoy the rest of the wedding? Sounds to me like she was being a little unreasonable, but this situation could have been resolved easily. OP response: this was in the post, an hour's drive.